there are certain things that we can't do that other people can do because it's going to perceive us as ratchet or like ghetto or aggressive. Oh, don't even get me started.
Yeah. People automatically assume that we're just aggressive.
Yeah.
And that is the one that really gets under my skin, because when you have people looking at you like you are automatically aggressive, it makes you want to be the complete opposite, right? Like, you don't want people looking at you all the time like, oh, she's aggressive, she's probably mean, she's probably rude. And that is just that's so messed up. It really is. So what do? You go outside and you leave that aggressive, not even aggressive, you leave that assertive part of you that everyone has, you leave it at home, right? So people don't look at you like you're aggressive, because even if you show the slightest bit of aggression, you are what? The
angry black woman or
did
person.
Not even have to say it. Exactly. Because that's the weight that we all have on our shoulders.
Yeah.
And it is hard. It is so hard.
I just had to come to the understanding within myself that if I'm gonna make advancements for myself, my personality, my knowledge in life, I'm gonna do that for me. And I don't really wanna go on living up to someone else's standards, because that's not living. If you're gonna go out here and you're gonna get the education, the higher educations, do that for you. If you wanna go out here and just be yourself, dress how you wanna dress, look how you wanna look, make sure you have the knowledge to back it for yourself.
Yep.
Just have it for you, because people are gonna think what they want. And by no means do we promote any division or a divisive way of thinking.
Right, absolutely not.
We just want you guys to understand the stereotypes and assumptions that are placed on us as a race.
It's stressful.
And they're sad to say, racism isn't dead. It's not gonna die.
No, it's not.
But you have to better yourself for yourself.
I wanted to basically share a story with you guys that happened to me in college. And I have plenty of these stories. I'm sure we all have some of these stories, but it's just a story that to this day really gets under my skin. But so I was in college in undergrad at USC, and as you know, South Carolina itself is, I'm pretty sure, predominantly white, and the University of South Carolina Columbia is predominantly white. I took a lab, and in this lab I was probably one of like 2 or 3 other people of color, and I was placed in a group. These were large groups, very unusual. I've never been in a group this large, but it was me and I think 4 or 5 other individuals, and all of these individuals were white females. So throughout this entire semester, I dreaded going to this lab because of the way that they treated me. They looked over my shoulder with everything that I ever did. They questioned everything that I ever did. They made sure that I did everything right. And I noticed that they were only doing it to me. They weren't doing it to each other. Mind you, we all didn't know each other before we came into this lab. So it's not like they were all best friends or whatever. We all didn't know each other, but I was the only person that they ever questioned. I was the only person that they ever looked over the shoulder of. And they did this every single lab. And one day I got tired of it. So we were in the middle of doing a lab, and it was 2 parts to this lab. So we finished part A. No, we were waiting for part A to be finished. So I proposed that we start part B while we're waiting on part A, because we couldn't do anything for part A, so we were just sitting there. I don't like that. I don't like just sitting around. If there's something that we can do, I feel like we should do it. So I proposed to the group that we should start part B while we're waiting on part A. And they were like, no, we should wait. We're going to wait. All of them were like, we're going to wait. And then I was like, okay, I will start part B on my own, for our group. And while I was doing part B on my own for the group, they got up and all got behind me and were like, did you read the lab manual? Are you doing it right? Da 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 da, this and that, the third. And I was like overwhelmed at that point because I was like, this is just too much. I already hated coming to this lab because they literally treated me like I had stupid written on my forehead. Meanwhile, I was doing work in the research department. I was doing research in the biology department at the University of South Carolina. So of course I knew what I was doing. I have experience doing research, and this was just a lab for one of my classes. So labs are super easy. So yeah. And I always read the lab manual, the procedure before I came to lab. And so whenever they were like, are you doing it right? Did you read did you read the procedure? I turned around and I said to the girl who was like, did you read the procedure? I said, do you think that I don't know how to read the lab manual? And she was like, I didn't say that. That's not what I said. Da 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 da. This and she got defensive. After I said that, I proceeded to do, part B, killing it. And I hear them talking, and one of the girls said out really loudly, of course, so I could hear it, why is everybody so angry today? What did they just they labeled me. They labeled me as the angry black woman. They really labeled me. I feel like that was such an impressionable, stereotypical moment for me because it lasted an entire semester. Like, I had to go in there every week, once a week, the entire semester and get treated like I had no idea how to read. Like, I had no idea how to, use the equipment. Like, it was terrible. They didn't do this to each other because I watched them. They did not do this to each other. They only did it to me. And the only difference between me and them was that I was black. It does. It really did suck.
I haven't had any college experiences because I'm online, of course. But I have had random experiences where I've had people avoid me in stores. Like, they would make it their business for me to see them avoid me when we're on the aisles together. And I've had people lock their car doors on me in the parking lot when I would be walking past to go in the store. I've even when I was working in retail and I was doing stocking in retail, I was about to ask a lady, could she kind of slide to the side a little bit because I was replenishing inventory, and she knew I was behind her because I could see her cutting her eye at me. But when I went to speak to her, she jumped like she was gonna jump out her clothes. Like, she just acted as if she was so afraid of me. And I'm just like, hey, I just need you to slide to the side. And she looked like she was in pure fear. And it made me really uncomfortable because I'm looking at ways like, okay, how can I make these people comfortable with me? But really, in all actuality, I did nothing wrong.
All right, guys, those are our stories. If you enjoyed our stories, please let us know. We can share more with you. Also, share your story below. Make sure you like and subscribe, Kennedy, and nobody wants to see that.
Right.
All right, guys.
Peace
Peace out.